In Escape from Tarkov, a single shot can mean the difference between making it out alive or losing everything. Whether you're a veteran player or just starting out, improving your aim is key to survival. Today I'm going to break down some essential aiming tips that will give you the edge in firefights. These tips will make you more accurate, more consistent, and ultimately more deadly. I'm not talking about advanced techniques or hours of practice. These are simple tricks that you can start using right now to improve your aim. From quick adjustments to tactical positioning, by the end of this video, you have the tools to land those critical shots and win more gunfights. So let's break it down with a couple fights from the patch 0.15.2. In this first raid, I'm on the map Shoreline because I need headshots with a bolt action for the Shooter Born in Heaven quest. I heard gunfire and grenades going off at the pier, so I ran over. Let's see what happens next. You may have noticed how I missed my first shot, and that caused my enemy to run away. This is where the first tip comes in. Always aim in front of your enemy and wait for them to run into your sights instead of trying to track them. This method works well because instead of chasing the enemy with your crosshair, you're predicting their movements and letting them run into your shots. This technique is called predictive aiming, and it's super effective in Escape from Tarkov. Here's another example of predictive aiming on Streets of Tarkov. The key here is to anticipate their direction and speed. I'm placing my crosshair just ahead of their path, so the moment they hit that spot, I take the shot. It's way more efficient than chasing them with your aim and makes your shots feel more controlled. In this next clip, I'm on the map Streets of Tarkov again, in the middle of a heated firefight. I'm using cover to stay safe, but here's a crucial tip to keep in mind. One of the biggest mistakes players make in Tarkov is peeking the same angle twice. It's predictable and it gives your enemy a chance to lock onto your position. Instead, here's what you should do. By changing your height, crouching, then standing, or peeking from a different side of cover, you'll force your enemy to constantly adjust their aim. This makes it harder for them to predict where you will pop up next. You might be thinking, well, what does this have to do with my aim? Here's the thing, this trick actually gives you more time to line up your shot. When you mix up your peaks, your enemy is less likely to move around because they're holding you. They're expecting you to show yourself again from the same spot. As you can see from this guy here, he did not change position the whole time, so that allowed me to line up an easy shot because I knew exactly where he was. But he probably thought I was going to peak at the same height. This next tip is something you do before the raid even starts, and it's modding your weapon. When it comes to improving your aim in Tarkov, weapon mods play a crucial role. The right modifications can drastically affect how your gun handles and how accurately you can shoot. Mods can help you with managing recoil, making your shots more controllable, which is essential during intense firefights. A gun that stays on target allows for quicker follow-up shots and greater precision. Ergonomics also matters. Higher ergonomics lead to faster aiming down sights and more stable shooting experience. This means you can react quicker and maintain better control, giving you the upper hand in battles. A good balance between ergonomics and recoil will make your gun the perfect tool. However, in my opinion, I believe your optic plays the biggest role in your aim. Having a good sight picture and magnification can really give you the edge in fights. I recommend using a sight with more magnification as it allows you to be versatile at different distances, while also having a 1x option. These are some good options. However, my personal favourite is the Voodoo. If you'd like to see a more in-depth guide on modding guns, leave a comment down below. In the next raid, I'm on Woods because I need items from the care package for the mortar event. This clip is a prime example of how optics can play a huge role in helping your aim. I notice a PMC outside of a building and I'm a fair distance away from him. This is where a more magnified optic can really help as I take him out with ease. I know he was fighting someone in the building, so I get up closer. Let's see how the rest of this fight plays out. As you can see, a higher magnification optic allowed me to quickly and precisely line up a shot on the first guy. This shot could have been made with just a 1x optic, but it would have taken longer to line up and it doesn't guarantee the precision. These optics can be expensive, however I highly recommend investing in some sort of optic, as iron sights will really affect the accuracy of your aim and make it very hard to line up even the easiest shots. The optics mentioned earlier also allow for a 1x option, so they still get the job done even in close range fights, as you saw by this fight here. This last clip is on interchange because I need PMC kills at nighttime for the chumming quest. This fight perfectly displays all the tips mentioned in this video, with a new one which I'll break down, but first let's watch how this fight unfolds. The first kill shows a great example of predictive aiming, as I aim just in front of the enemy and pull the trigger when he's in the perfect spot. I then put the second trick into play by going prone so his teammate is left guessing where I am. I mentioned another tip in this fight, and it's a simple but crucial tip to improve your aim, and that's keeping your crosshair at head height. Instead of aiming low or letting your crosshair drift, always keep it aligned with where the enemy's head would be. This cuts down on the time you need to adjust your aim when someone appears. By keeping your crosshair at head level, you're already lined up for the critical shot, giving you a huge advantage in those quick encounters. That's it for the aiming tips. If you did enjoy this video or found it helpful, please consider subscribing for more videos. If you want to learn how to become the best solo player, click the video on the end screen.